Hey, this is Robert Forsch with the YouTube channel Truth. I've got a part 1 that you can see zoomed in and a live feed of the sun and the moon's the moonrise out of the ocean. I'm at the Prince Resort here in Cherry Grove, South Carolina, and I want to show you the Truth Mobile and where the sun set. I'm going to zoom in on the hot spot right there. You can see it in the previous video. The sun and the moon move a course above the stationary Earth. That's just the reality of it. The truth is not determined by popularity because, well, quite frankly, the truth, she ain't a popular. It's still the truth anyway. I don't determine the truth. God does. He created the world. He's the author of Scripture. And I'm just wanting to show you the reality of the world that we live in. It's a reality show and you're in it. It's a battle, whether you like it or not, for the souls of humanity, forever. Just to be clear, I've never seen a satellite fly in front of the moon. Let that sink in. I've got thousands of hours invested in this. Never, ever seen a satellite fly between me and the moon. And there's like supposedly 20,000 of those little pieces of science fiction. So we've got a firmament up above the Earth. It's like it is a structure separating the waters from above from these waters down below here. That's the reality of it. And we've got high tide right about now. And I'm going to zoom in and show you, we just had beach renourishment. Those little splashes of water that came up over the edge there indicate that. You can see that. Got photographers right there, people on the moon right now. Let's see what kind of camera he's got there. Hey, that's my buddy Joey Blackrose. Yeah. Yep. He's traveled the world, been a correspondent for some networks, done some interesting stuff. Shout out to Joey. I don't want to just yell at him right now. He's busy doing this. Imagine that. We see each other quite a bit. Very cool guy. And that was his girlfriend Tammy as well. All right, so the big show is over this way, as best I can tell. Hey, good to see y'all. Hey, I got new stickers. Who wants new True sticker? Hey, you're on a live broadcast right now. Just see. Okay, right on schedule. Here you go. Grab your stickers.
Thank you very much, kind sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, you're welcome. Good to see y'all. So you're on the live YouTube broadcast right now. If you take more, if you want to pass one on to somebody else, I've got thousands of them. Good to see y'all. Where are y'all from? No, we've talked quite a few times. Some of you I've talked with before. Yeah, so good to see you. Now, did you see the moon up? I'm sure.
We were looking at the ducks that flew by.
Look at the moon.
It looks like a solar eclipse.
Well, it's interesting. I've got the moonrise and the sunset, and I've got it zoomed in on the P1000. Let me walk on over here, and I'll let you look over my shoulder on the camera, zooming in on it. Check this out.
Wow, what a beautiful moon.
But wait, there's more. So much more.
What? That's a crater.
Wow. Oh my god. Crazy.
NASA tested bombs on my
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it looks like water.
So now for me to really put it on tight, what I need to do is put my eyeball on the socket, on the diopter, and I'll zoom in on that. You can, when you go to this live broadcast now, you can look at my playlist. There you are. And there's a lot there. So I'm zoomed in real tight on moon craters and people getting in the way. There we are. Cool. Yeah, it's showtime. It's full moon. People getting called for ambulance calls, going out, all kinds of radical stuff. I'm going to zoom out for them. Here they come. showtime, baby.
That's what that red one right
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How many people are watching right now?
Right now there's 7 people
Are we
watching.
live on YouTube?
You're live on YouTube right now.
Hi.
Hey, good to see you. Awesome. You guys, you're awesome. Thanks so much. Yeah, so that was completely unplanned on by me, but like I tell people, I don't plan a lot of this, it just happens. I'll do what I'm created to do and it unfolds in front of me. Isn't that cool? Now I've invested quite a bit of time out at the beach and met many of them on quite a few different occasions. But see, sometimes they'll have guests come on in from out of town. Wow, that's a pretty cool rig. Look at that. Nice truck, by the way. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, that is a beautiful looking sky. See, now, one of the other dynamics here too, they'll share it. They'll watch it, they'll share it with their friends, and their friends may share it too. That's all part of the deal. That's part of breaking out of the digital quarantine. It's caring enough to share in public. So I'm going to zoom in tight on Joey down there. Hey, good evening. How's it going?
All right.
Boy, beautiful moonrise, isn't it? I got the sunset in there too. You might enjoy it. Have you ever gone to my channel?
Oh yeah.
Good, good. You mind if I put you on the... Don't do it, huh? Okay. No problem. The teens enjoyed it. I'm sure you know.
A little bit too much.
Man, they did a nice job on the beach renourishment, didn't they?
Looks good.
That should help protect the facilities a bit better, hey?
Yeah.
So when do you think we'll see the actual construction start for the Hampton Inn here?
They're waiting on something with the power lines out here.
That's what I heard. There they go. Good night, y'all. Oh yeah, I got them all stickered up. Yeah. Have you, let me see, I've got a new one for you if you want. Yeah, this was awesome. Sometimes when this happens, there will be too many clouds to get a good view of it, but I was able to get a really good sunset and moonrise with a lot of clarity. On the link of the live broadcast and the Facebook one that I did are my liked videos. if you hashtag local sun. Have you ever done that? Have you ever clicked on my hashtags? That's me trying to break out of the digital quarantine that they want to put the truth in. No kidding. They do it. They do it. Oh yeah. Well, I've got many occurrences of the sun appearing in the midst of the clouds, just as Job 37 says. Now, I don't know how it works, but I know that the sun came up over here today, and it just sat over here. And it doesn't do that all year long, of course. You know, it where it appears and vanishes. What's that? Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. And I've got, have I ever given you one of my stickers? Would you like one? Okay, let me grab one here. So I've got a lot of content on my channel you might enjoy. And it's really amazing to see the beauty of this. Wow, look at the moonlight shooting on the water. Can you see it? Oh yeah. How pretty. So in the winter, the sun comes up way over the ocean. And now today it came up way over the coastal preserve. So it's the biblical account of the creation we live in is the sun and the moon and stars move above a stationary earth. We didn't land on the moon. This is the 50-year anniversary of the moon hoax, the moon landing hoax. They pulled that off right after I found out Santa Claus wasn't a real character with flying reindeer going to deliver my Red Ryder BB gun. They lied about it.
I thought that Rudolph was real.
The moon. Hey, good to see y'all. Thanks. Hey, you too. Thank you. Now there's some light in the sky up there that's I'm going to zoom in on. I'm not sure what it is. So I don't trust NASA with saying, well, this or that's Mars or Venus. I don't know what the heck it is. It's a light in the sky. Could be a wandering star. And that's, the Book of Enoch talks about it. Jude talks about it. And the way that they operate in my the lens of my camera is far different. I've got to put myself in a place where I can put my shoulder up against this right here as a support. Now I'm locked in a lot tighter, and I'm going to zoom in on that. Okay, so I'm going to keep them both in the view right now. And let me zoom in on the moon. I've got a mysterious moon coming out of the ocean. It was about, oh gosh, I think it was in the 20-degree mark. I was freezing out there. I was at the Sunrise Point shooting it off. I was about 120 feet up in the air on the balcony of one of our commercial accounts, and it was spectacular. It looked like molten macaroni, melted, molten, like, but it was because I was looking through the ether, evidently, is where the distortion, the temperature differential, it's like I said in the other video, it puts off a cool light. I've tested it, moonlight. I've tested at least 7 degrees cooler than the shade of the moon. Unlike a piece of cardboard where there's no residual thermal mass of like a piece of concrete. I'm talking just the light of the moon hitting the cardboard, and there was a 7-degree difference, a big deal. So for those of you watching the live broadcast now on YouTube, The zoomed in view with the P1000 is spectacular. Now what's interesting about this, I'm gonna go home and get some rest. I'll post these videos, and then I'm planning on getting up and coming on out here tomorrow morning to capture the sunrise and the moonset to show you. And now I'm going to zoom in on that light in the sky. Oh wow, there's other stars there too. Wow, there's other stuff up there. What the heck? What the heck is that? I remember Timbo at the Boardwalk Beach Cafe. We saw something up in the sky and it's like, what the heck is that? Our son Austin and I were at the house where I drove off from tonight, and we saw something in the sky. I don't know what it was. It was big and it was unusual. There's other lights next to that bigger one. I don't know what they are. So some of the evidence that we've seen of the lights in the sky moving really fast, faster than a human body could handle the force, going from 0 to thousands of miles an hour in an instant. That's not humanly possible. It would kill you. Many of you know what computer hardware is, software. Well, artificial intelligence views us as wetware, and I'm outing artificial intelligence as basically a powerful reality of control of humanity in the cybernetic collective of computer program people. Now, it not only writes its own software and operates things like the power grid and weather modification, there's also the capacity to influence people, of course, and influence people to do its bidding. So like when we had Y2K, was it a date change issue, or was it the system wanted a whole bunch more automation? That's after the emergency run. Somebody is normally in trouble when that happens. A body, some person is normally in trouble. Now the gentleman that I gave the sticker to earlier, he was unaware of that reality of the sun coming up over here and then setting over here. How is that even possible? Look at that variation. We're on a corner of the path of the sun. This is the Cherry Grove Fishing Pier in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Wow, spectacular. Now, if I was down on the beach, I wouldn't see the moonlight quite like this. That's for sure. And so now I'm gonna zoom in on the pier, and let's just take a look at the people going on out there. So in the view right now, I've got the vertical of the building and the horizontal of the horizon. When they calibrate a laser to create a structure like is in the right side of the view, they use a liquid level. Very interesting indeed. Now, I'll keep on zooming in. The moon is moving closer. I mean, I could stay on it for a long time. Oh, we got more stars showing up. And I've heard law enforcement tell me about strange lights over the ocean coming up out of the water. What the heck is that? I don't know. I mean, these are real reliable people. You know, they're working for the local law enforcement. I've talked with them, Beach Patrol, and they said, yeah, we've seen lights shooting up out of the ocean. Don't know what they are. Lights over Cherry Grove would be something you could look up if you want to. But see, I've had, sometimes videos and channels get taken down depending on the content that they share. And that could happen to me. I'm exposing some really hot topics, in case you hadn't. I'm sure many of you have noticed if you've gone to my channel. You're there right now, but I mean if you've looked through the videos. And so what I'll do is I'll do research. Some topics I don't give much time to because I don't really have a way of confirming the accuracy. This one of the shape of the Earth and us not living on a globe, that one I can present empirical evidence that you can verify for yourself, like the fact that we're not moving. There's abundant evidence of the non-movement of the Earth, from wind chimes to crystal bells. Wow, there's a line of stars there. Wow, what the heck? It's probably going to be a couple hours from now until the zoomed in views are up there, because I'll be interacting with some people, I'm sure. That is spectacular. So I'm going to go on over here and zoom in on the Myrtle Beach skyline as well. A laser test over the tidal affected water is not very effective at showing much of anything, except they would use it as a flat earth debunking, supposedly, for naive people that don't understand the tidal activity. The tide rises and falls between 4 and 7 feet. It's normally like 4 to 6 feet. That's a lot of water, and we can't see through it. That's just how that works. So the Tides Near Me app is the one that I use to know the percentage of the moon and when the sun and the moon appear and vanish. All very important resources. That, for example, would be artificial intelligence. I'm not all saying everything about AI is bad. No, it's not. I just remember when I was a kid, we couldn't take a calculator into math class for a test. I've got to get, this is the best place right here for me to support my shoulder and the camera real good. A tripod doesn't even work as good as this. So the proximity of the moon and that light in the sky is closer than it was. So as best I can tell, not only is the moon moving towards us, so is that light up in the sky, whatever that actually is. So when I'm laying on the bed at home, on my pool table, on my Select Comfort mattress that's on top of there, you don't have to feel sorry for me. I can play a game of pool in a climate-controlled area. It's really nice. It used to be in the garage. Not a good place to play pool when it's 100 degrees outside and the sun's shooting in the garage. So that's why I put it in the bedroom. Now when I'm laying on the bed there, I can observe the moon's movement, and I have mirrors in the room that help me to see where that moon is. And if I'm taking an afternoon nap, cooling off, downloading, uploading, commenting, whatever I'm doing, I'm not slacking. Just so you know, when I'm in there and I can see the light reflecting around the room off the mirrors and all of that. Like I've said on earlier in the recording, I've never seen a satellite move between me and the moon or the sun. So the official narrative is that that moon is supposedly 237 or 8 miles away. 237,000 or 238,000 miles away. That's not reality. My camera zooms in 125 times, and when the conditions are right and I can focus in really good, I can see real fine detail of craters. So if there were a rover on there, or any metallic object like aluminum foil rover or a flag up there, I'd be able to see it. Can't see it. Even if I couldn't see it with this, some might say, oh, you could never see it with that. Well, show me in telescopes. Don't believe it. Oh, they put the flag and the rover on the backside. No, they didn't. They're lying. They're liars. How about that? So when you find that a source of information has been proven to be corrupt and deceptive, why in the heck would I believe it anymore? I don't. That's why I am outing them. Let me flip this around. That's the way I can put. I can be in both camera views. There it is. So I don't know how it is that what I believe by looking at the zoomed in view of the moon and the light in the upper right quadrant, it looks to me like the moon is closer than that, but how would I know? I know I can zoom in pretty tight on the moon, and then I get a unusual or a challenging effect on that light in the sky. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in on that again.